Iban, we're here in a cold but beautiful Budapest. Firstly, just looking back on Friday's game against Belgium, that kind of result must give the whole group a big lift.
Definitely. I mean, it was a tough game. Really had to work hard as a team defensively, and yeah, it was one of those games where we didn't have a lot of the ball, but we had to stay compact, stay organised, and we managed to grind a win out, which was good.
Especially with having so many players out, it was a real team effort in the second half to really maintain that lead. It was players throwing bodies on the line, left, right, and centre.
Yeah, it was a tough one. Had to put our bodies on the line, and they're quite a physical team as well. So it wasn't easy, but we're glad we got the result. It was an important one, and gets us closer to potentially getting qualified. So.
You started in the match against Spain, you started against Belgium as well. How do you find testing yourself against such a high level of opposition, the challenges that come with that?
No, it's a great feeling to be given the opportunity to play for Scotland, and to be able to show what I can do against the best of the bunch. Really, it's a good feeling, and it also helps develop my game, and that's what I'm here for, really.
For someone like yourself who's quite mild-mannered, isn't always the case on the pitch. The other night I was up the other end, I could hear you talking, organising all game. Is that one of the big parts of your game?
Definitely, I'd say communication is a big part of my game, and it was definitely important against a good team like Belgium, who are really good on the ball. It was important that we stay compact, stay organised, and I had to take some responsibility in that, along with the other players in the back line. So yeah.
For a game like Friday, when we had so many injuries and it was 3 players coming on for their debut, players dropping out, players coming in, for someone like yourself, did you see yourself as a bit of a leader in that group, given you're playing at a top level with your club as well?
Yeah, definitely. I felt as though I need to step up, and although I hadn't played with certain boys before, that's no excuse. I just had to step up to the occasion, and I felt as though that's what we did. So yeah.
You're someone who the Scottish public may not know a great deal about. You've been in the last few squads, but because you've played down south and because you've now playing in Austria, maybe just tell us a bit about kind of your background, where you came through at club level and where you're playing just now.
Yeah, so started off playing at Chelsea, and then I am now currently at Fulham, but I'm on loan in Austria, playing for TSV Harburg. I joined there at the start of the season, and yeah, it's been going well. I've been playing a lot, getting lots of minutes, so I'm happy with my loan spell at the moment. I mean, it's top flight football, so it's definitely week in, week out playing against top sides. The competition is tough, and it's very physical, intense, but also technical. So it's got a good mixture of a lot of things. Yeah.
You had a loan spell in the Netherlands as well last year. We've seen quite a lot of British players going abroad in the last few years. There's quite a few in this team as well. What has it excited you about the challenge, that's twice now, of moving abroad and trying a new culture?
I just like stepping out of my comfort zone, being able to show that I can play abroad, and being able to adapt, I think, is an important part of football and life in general. And I thought, the opportunity arose to play abroad in the first division. I thought, why not? So. Yeah.
You've been a regular in the last few squads now. Maybe just tell us a little bit about how much playing for your country means to you and kind of where that comes from.
No, definitely, it's a great honour to be playing for Scotland. My granddad on my mum's side was born in Fife, so he's from Scotland, hence why I'm able to play.
It seems like quite a tight-knit group. It seems at every camp it seems to be getting closer together.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can see at every camp we're getting a lot closer as a unit, and the boys are gelling well together, and that's also being shown on the pitch, which is positive moving forward.
For someone who hasn't watched you play too much, what would you describe yourself as a player and your main attributes?
I'd say one of my attributes is my physicality. I'd say I'm quite tall, strong, quick. I'm also left-footed, so that helps. It adds a different dimension to the game, and as we mentioned earlier, just my communication and leadership skills is obviously something I'm still trying to build on in my game. But yeah, I'd say those are the main points.
And just looking to wrap it up, because it's freezing out here. We played Hungary a month ago. Does it make it a bit harder, the fact that we've played them recently, and how do you see the game going on Tuesday night?
No, definitely. Hungary are a good opposition, so we can't underestimate them. But we got a good result on Friday against Belgium, so we'll be looking to take that on board into into the game against Hungary and get the total 6 points.
Ivan, thanks for your time. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Well, after a big result in Belgium, it's now Budapest, the location for Scotland Under-21s' next challenge. Hungary are the opposition, who are on a 3-game losing streak. But in contrast, the young Scots have won their last 3. What will happen here tonight? Certainly a big occasion, no doubt about that. If Scotland can get a 4th win on the trot, they will be in a good position in the Group B table. But before we get to the match action, we'll of course start with the national anthems. Well, Zoltan Guerra makes 5 changes to the team that lost 2-0 in Spain last week. He welcomes back full internationals Mihaly Kata and Christopher Horvath after the A squad successfully qualified. Andreas Urdu, Mark Koznovsky and Milan Vitalic are promoted from the bench. Jorge Komaromi is out injured, and dropping to the bench Kevin Calais, Agustin Benny, Matthias Kovac and Jean-Ber Gruber. Well, tonight's officials are from Bulgaria, led by the referee Vitor Shumashik. Scott Gemmell makes just 1 change to the team that won in Belgium on Friday. Matthew Anderson, who had to be replaced in the first half due to injury, has returned to his club for treatment. That means that Robbie Fraser comes into the squad. He just joined up on Sunday and is straight in for just his second cap. Kieran Bowie scored a double when the teams met at Fir Park last month. 7 starters tonight started that game at Fir Park. Well, Connor Barron again has the armband, an important player for Scotland, and he will be this evening. The Hungarians will look to bounce back after 3 straight defeats. It's not been good for them recently, but they have played the top seeds in the group in their last 2 games, and Scotland as well. It was a 3-1 defeat at Fir Park. Then they lost at home to Belgium before losing last week to Spain. But can Scotland make it 4 in a row and really give themselves a great shout of trying to qualify? Still early in this campaign, but you feel this evening will be important to back up that victory in Belgium. Well, delighted to say I'm joined by Stephen O'Donnell, Scotland international. And Stephen, how impressed have you been, especially with the run of results recently?
Yeah, no, look, I think the result the other night against Belgium shows that this side's looking to really impose themselves in this group and looking to hopefully at very worst finish second. I think the one against Belgium opens up the group similar to the first team's game against Norway. So hopefully we can get another positive result tonight and kick on.
Well, we're underway after a false start there as Devine goes long looking for Ben Doak, who's going to occupy that right hand side, and well, he's just showing just how dangerous he can be so early on, getting down that right side.
I was going to say just before, I think the Hungarians will be switched on right from the start. The last time Scotland caught them cold, and the likes of Ben Doak, Cameron the previous game with their direct running, and to be honest, to get in behind that early is not a very good start from them.
Yeah, well, Zoltan Guerra will certainly be wary of that. He was saying during the week that they were out for a bit of revenge after that poor start at Fir Park. Former West Brom and Fulham player who is now the manager of the Hungarian Under-21s. Doak going down there under the challenge, so he wins a free kick.
I think him looking for revenge is suggested it was closer than it was. I think Scotland cruised, especially that first half. They were exceptional, and to say revenge makes me think it was a bit closer than that.
Well, there's an injury already for one of the Hungarian players, but Scott Gemmell, he'll be pleased. Scotland winning their last 3 games in a row. The last time they managed that, incidentally, was back in 2020 when they beat Lithuania, Czech Republic and San Marino. So they'll be looking to make it 4 in a row. And the last time they won 4 European Championship qualifiers in a row, that was back between October 2007 and September 2008. It was actually in a run of 5 wins in a row. But there's an early injury, and it's Mark Schinger who is struggling. The man who plays his football in Slovakia. He's played in all 5 European qualifiers, so that might be an early setback for the hosts this evening. Scotland will look to try and take some advantage. Fraser with that ball down. Well, the cross comes in there from Bowie.
I'm interested to see early on that it looks like Doak's playing off the right, in the previous games I've seen him operating through the middle, and he's been very effective. So they've changed it up and they're going for Cameron through the middle, slightly out of position, but maybe hoping that the two wingers come in and Cameron maybe sits more as a 10 rather than a natural 9.
He was a man with the all-important second goal on Friday evening, Lyle Cameron. Nielsen doing enough to get it to Devine. Forward it goes, looking for the run of Bowie. A chance for the Hungarians to try and get on the front foot themselves early here. Scotland will have to be wary at the back. It's Vansha in possession. Scotland doing enough so far. The Hungarians quite patiently, happy to try and build the play. Scotland have forced them out a bit here. Decent in the end. Ben Seletner back to the captain, Barat. Now here's the goalkeeper, Heggie, who plays his football this season at Stevenage on loan from West Ham. As he blasts it forward. Ball was kept in play there. It's Robbie Fraser, who was only called up on Sunday, straight into the team. It was interesting on Friday when Anderson had to go off and it was Denham to come on for his debut, but Devine then went out to that left-hand side, which he played for Rangers in about 8 games last season, so he was comfortable there, but they have opted for the natural left-footer this time around.
You know, I think I'm pretty sure I played against him last season at left-back, and it shows you how comfortable he must be as a young footballer to be able to play on both sides at his age. And it's tough. I've done it myself a couple of times and maybe not as well as he has.
Barron with the diagonal ball looking for Doak. Great touch. Is there a chance here for Scotland early on? The cutback just couldn't quite find the intended target. Bowie will try and recover possession for Scotland, which he does well. Now here is Devine. Doak. Bowie. He's looking for Cameron with the drive. Goes well wide in the end, but Scotland showing how dangerous they can be.
That's a lovely diagonal from Conor Barron there in the middle of the park, raking over the left back's head.
Well, there's an early change, and it is Jakubishvili who is coming on, and Mark Schinger who will be unhappy. It only lasted a couple of minutes. This was early on, right at the very beginning, where Ben Doak had given him the run around. Maybe just stretching there has caused an issue. So the early change.
Hopefully that upsets the Hungarians a wee bit more, but I said a good start from ourselves again.
Picked up in the middle of the field by Kata, who is a full international. He goes down there looking for the free kick rather easily, but he's not given up that time. And Mullen had to make sure it was clear. Now Vansha.
Trying to be a wee bit too clever there. Sometimes you do need to clear your lines, especially with Kata on the ball. He looks quite very positive there on it, and maybe showing how he's played for the first team.
Well, it shows you the strength they have, because Kata and Horvath coming down after being involved in that full squad. And of course Hungary, like Scotland, at A squad level, having successful campaigns to qualify, and maybe some similarities with the development over the last few years of their A squad, but it shows the riches they have, that they can put players back down to help the 21s.
Yeah, no, certainly. I think it also shows that they've got an appetite to come and try and help the 21s, which sometimes isn't always there, especially when people get a taste of the first team. But look, the Hungarians had a great campaign with the first team, and hopefully we're looking to emulate with the 21s like we did with our first team, and two great campaigns. And so far the A team's done it, and I'm hoping the 21s are going to match that.
Well, 1996, the last time Scotland reached the finals of the Under-21 Euros. They actually played Hungary in the quarter-finals, two-legged. They ended up winning that one. A 3-1 second leg win at Easter Road helped them through to the semis, which were hosted in Spain. Scotland lost to France in the semi-final. As there's a chance on here, a drive, and Slicker had to make sure that one didn't go out of play. It had taken a deflection.
Very good hands. It saves the. I know maybe doesn't look a massive thing, but see set pieces, especially Scotland have conceded a few goals from corners in previous games, and it's against Hungary in the last game. It's important you try not to give them away when you can, and Slicker done well to get down there to his left.
Well, Hungary showing that they're willing to have a go from distance. It was Alex Shabel with that one there, and they've got a free kick this time, much to the disbelief of Ben Doak.
I don't even know if he touched him there.
It was Ben Seletner going down, and the referee having a word with Ben Doak. The officials from Bulgaria tonight. Doak's having none of it. Let's have a look.
Didn't even touch him. Safe to say you can see why Ben Doak's a bit is infuriated. Ben Seletner's done a good job there of winning something out of nothing.
Well, Slicker had a couple of great saves against Belgium on Friday. He's already been called into action. Good hands early on. So Horvath, another one of the full internationalists to take this one. Mullen heads it more up than out. Nielsen having to help out. Cameron can't get off Kata. But the Hungarians forced backwards.
Just really surprised there. The ball bounced and Szabo, the centre-back, could have just went and dominated in Scotland box and just kind of let it bounce. Very surprising decision.
Horvath back to the captain, Barat. Horvath again looking for Ben Seletner to make the run. Devine will have to be careful here. Goes back to Slicker. That was an awkward one for the goalkeeper, but he dealt with it well, or as well as he could have, as it was bouncing up there.
Testing his hip mobility, I think he was.
Rather him than me. Fraser goes out to engage, but the Hungarians quite comfortable passing the ball about, and Horvath again now looking for space. The Scots trying to make sure he doesn't get any. Urdu. Here's Barat, the captain, back to the goalkeeper Heggie. Now Kata.
The Hungarians are moving the ball a bit better than they did at Fir Park. I'm not sure, maybe I underestimated how good Scotland were, but they certainly look a bit more at it this evening.
Ben Seletner forward, and Vancha was looking to give chase. It was asking far too much of him though. And for Scotland, when you look at they've won the last three in the trot, it was a massive win on Friday, but you think now they go into the games next year, if they can win this one, with Belgium playing Spain in 2 of the next 3 games, you never know, it might just open up for the Scots to start pushing Spain at the top of that group.
Yeah, no, look, I think you want to try and make sure you consolidate second place first, and with that win the other night against Belgium, it gives you a right opportunity to do that, and to win tonight would certainly be a real positive to end the year with. But again, as I said, they certainly look a lot sharper than they did. I thought coming in tonight might be a bit more comfortable in the Belgium game, but Hungary look like they're switched on.
Mullen, who got the first goal on Friday, to Nielsen. Now Bowett. Fraser all the way back to Slicker. He's played a couple of times for Ipswich this season, but in the EFL Cup against Bristol Rovers and against Reading, where he saved a penalty in a shootout win.
I've always been impressed with Slicker's distribution. I know he didn't do anything particularly fancy there, but even just being confident enough to come up that far from his own box, it's obviously a real technique goalkeepers have now, a real ability to be comfortable on the ball, and he certainly looks like he's got it.
Bowie giving chase here to the byline. Good covering though by the substitute Yakavishvili, who wouldn't have expected to come on this early in the game, but he certainly was on his toes there. Cameron. Fraser. It's a slight deflection, and Hungary are able to get it away and try and build something here. The referee is given the foul against Barron, but it's taken quickly, and the ref happy for play to proceed despite One of the Hungary players still down on the ground there, and he might need treatment. So this is not what Zoltan Giria will want to see, given that he's already lost Mark Schinger at the back.
It's also not what the game wants. It stops it really getting into a rhythm. Oh, that's quite nastier than I thought. I thought it was just a wee trip up, but he's caught his Achilles.
Yeah, it looks like it was actually Cameron there, and not the best for Milan Vitalic. Also plays his football out in Slovakia. The same team his international teammate Mark Schinger plays at. And he wouldn't want to follow his lead by having to go off with an injury. As Hungary go long. Ben Seletner.
It's a beautiful touch.
Great touch. Can it get better? Kuznovski going in, Barron with the slide tackle. It's a corner kick for Hungary.
That was coming over his left shoulder there, or his right shoulder, sorry. That touch was excellent from Ben Seletner.
The reverse ball not too bad either. Ben Seletner, one of many that play with Honvéd in Budapest.
It's good to see Barron matching the run in there and making the tackle to snuff out the danger.
Horvath's ball in. It's tricky for Slicker, but he made it look easy there. The Scotland number 1.
Good hands again.
Fraser, the man from Rangers now. Kieran Bowie held back there. Still has possession. The referee decides to play on. Don't know how much advantage there was, but Bowie now has a chance to put the ball in. Well, he opted to come back on himself there, but he's lost possession. Kata can try and take it away, but Cameron does enough. And the foul goes against Scotland there.
I don't think that was... I thought he'd done well to win the ball there, Robbie Fraser. Maybe a slight tug, to be fair, when you see it again, but very good reaction. The ball getting lost and pressing high up the park.
Mullen doing well to come and win possession back for Scotland. Doak showing his skills. And again, could it open up here for Doak? Just maybe trying too much there, but Bowie now can collect. Here's Conor Barron. He decides to go for goal. Well, wide in the end for Conor Barron. He hasn't scored a senior goal at club level since October last year, and that was at Ibrox for Aberdeen.
Thought maybe Bowie might have slipped in young Fraser on the outside, get a cross in the box, but opted to go inside to Conor Barron and a decent enough strike. Obviously looking to work the target from that area, but hopefully next time getting his range in for later on in the game.
Devine. Doak. Big things expected of Ben Doak. Started 4 games. Poor ball there, uncharacteristically though. He started 3 games. He's featured in 4 for Liverpool this season. He came on off the bench in the opening weekend of the Premier League season at Chelsea, but he started a couple of Europa League games and also played in the League Cup as well against Leicester.
Something every time I see him play I'm impressed with is his tenacity, the way he dribbles with the ball. It's all really aggressive, really positive, and look, he's not at Liverpool for no reason. He's a top talent.
Here's Horvath. Well, it was Horvath's cross there, blocked by Leon King, man who has Champions League experience last season. Hungary looking to keep the pressure on. Here's Vansha. Poor one in the end. Mullen can clear. Only as far as Jakubishvili. Now Kata.
You can see Scott Gemmell must do a lot of work on his shape. Every time Hungary get the ball with a bit of composure, you just get into that rigid 5-2-3, and then they force the diagonals and then they get to work. It's very characteristic of them. It's been something in every game I've seen, how they're organised. And it'll be interesting to see with 3 players that start in their back 5 injured, to see if that affects things, but so far it hasn't.
Yeah, and he made sure that, I mean, in the game against Belgium, it probably worked to perfection there. They had to ride their luck at times, but they were also solid and, like you say, so comfortable in the shape as well. They didn't crumble in any way, and that's with the likes of Josh Doig being up in the A squad, Max Johnson out, Anderson had to come off on Friday. There's many others that have been out as well, so that's showing a bit of depth.
Mulligan, McPherson, the list goes on. It shows you how well they have done, and the players coming in have stepped up.
Well, there's Zoltan Gira, a man who in his second spell at West Brom was managed by a certain Steve Clark. He also played for Fulham in that Europa League final in 2010, a defeat to Atletico Madrid. Horvath now, here's Urdu.
Hope Steve Clark didn't give him too many of our secrets.
Yakubishvili. Here he is again. The substitute having to come on for Mark Schinger after that early injury in the first minute. Now Ben Selitner. I'm not having the short sleeves and the gloves though, sorry.
It's certainly a look I've never really understood. Understood being wrapped right up. Long sleeve, Under Armour, gloves. I'm not sure the short sleeve and the gloves. Looks good, looks pretty, but...
Well, Horvath there was looking to find Van Schaden. Just he stopped, he fainted to make that run, but the ball was poor by Horvath there. There's a full international, and it, like you say, it's that willingness to come back down and play at this level as Doak tries to get away from Barat, the captain. I always remember after Andy Robertson had played maybe 3 or 4 times for the Scotland national team, he did go back and play against Ukraine, I'm sure it was, in a qualifying match for the Under-21s after already being a full international. So it just shows how important being capped at any level is. It's the players that want to play at Under-21 level.
Yeah, no, I think that tells you all you need to know about Andy Robertson and how much he loves playing for his country, to go down and play 21s. Whenever you are then at 3-4 games, you're a full international. There's no question about it. But not great, and probably sums him up, to be honest, as a professional.
Ben Selitner now, Devine forcing him backwards. There's Barat.
I think the Scotland caps will add, the 21s ones will add on to his, hopefully his 100 that he'll get to soon. The amount of games he's played for the first team's incredible.
There's certainly a lot of players now in that squad that are accumulating caps and plenty of experience, but it's all about this level this evening and what the 21s can do. Ben Selitner, Van Scha, Doak making sure he's getting back and doing the dirty part of the game.
I like there when Devine steps out to press, Mullen just shuffles along. It looks very comfortable. I've been really impressed with the back three in the games.
Here's Kata. Shot goes in, it's blocked there by Ibn Bowett. Falls to Koznovsky. Horvath. Here's Jabu. Horvath again. Scotland content to allow Hungary to knock it about there. As I said, comfortable in their shape so far. Alex Jabu to Yakubishvili.
Much as a lot of the ball, they've not really hurt us yet. And I think the higher they come, the more threat we're going to look in the counter with the likes of Bowie and Doak's pace.
Ben Selitner back to Barat. Horvath. Options on that right side, but Horvath cuts in and goes himself. Wide in the end.
It's ambitious. He's under pressure from King, always going away from goal. I think it will take some strike to beat Slicker from there.
There's not been too many shots on goal for either side so far, but that well wide. Well, midway through this first half, Hungary 0, Scotland 0. Scotland want to make it 4 wins on the trot in European qualifying. Give themselves a good shout going into next year for trying to qualify for the first Euros since 1996. Yep, they lost to Spain back then in the semi-finals and then lost to France in the third place playoff after beating Hungary in the quarter-finals back in 96. It seems so long ago now. It's because it is. But
were you commentating on the game, Luke?
No. I think I was just going through my apprenticeship then. I had a tough paper round. Barrett with the diagonal ball. Under pressure there, Scotland get the throw. It's a chance midway inside the Hungary half to pose a threat. Ibn Bowett. Here's Nielsen, the Hearts man, on loan at Partick Thistle this season. But you even think that Lewis Nielsen himself last season played 5 times or featured 5 times in the Conference League group stage, so it shows even more experience in this team. You won't want to be reminded of the fact he did get sent off against Fiorentina, but you think with the likes of Leon King playing Champions League last season, Connor Barron's played Conference League this season, so there is that experience. Ben Doak, we mentioned, playing Europa League. It's a team that are gaining experience all the time.
100%, and what you hope is they just continue to gain that experience as the campaign goes on, because obviously your club situation can change week to week, never mind month to month when the international games come around. But look, it's as I said, with all the games I've watched this season in the 21s, I've been really impressed with the strength and depth and the amount of boys that are playing first team football. You'll get the balance where, like, obviously Ben Doak isn't maybe playing as often as the likes of Connor Barron, but obviously different levels and different types of players, it can be adjustable, the same as the first team.
Doak there looking for Devine. Horvath can regain possession for the Hungarians. Well, Hungary have qualified for the Euros, and I think a historic football nation as well. The 1950s, or when Hungary were in their pomp, certainly. Got to that World Cup final in '54. Arguably should have won it against West Germany. Didn't. And that team broke up. But the young Hungarians not started this group maybe the way they would have wanted to. They got a couple of wins and then 3 straight defeats now in this Under-21 qualifying. Can they get a win here this evening? Ball played over the top for Vitalish into the area. He's got options at the back post. And it's Fraser that had to get it clear. Cameron backwards, and Fraser this time just launches it forward. But Vansha was waiting there for that cross at the back post.
Possibly offside. Nice wee bit of movement from him, but I think what's impressive how quickly they get back. You get 2 on them right away, and then you get 3 back in the box.
There's Vitalis, just staying onside there, but he couldn't find Vansha.
Maybe just a wee warning for Nielsen to make sure he's capable of running in behind there. I have been really impressed with the Scotland, all their centre backs at stepping in front, but obviously when a question's asked them behind, they need to make sure they're aware to that. They can't always be front foot.
Bowett there to win the header, and Bowett was one of a number of players that played in every qualifier so far for Scotland. Jeremiah Mullen on the ball just now, likewise, but he scored that opener, all-important opener. Great header against Belgium on Friday.
Bowett there with that channel ball. He was ready to win the race with the striker, and then showing that wee bit of composure just to nod it down to Fraser. It's very impressed with that.
Horvath going from distance. Slicker has to push it away, and he has to make a save again. Is it going in? Just wide. It was Vitalis twice following up that original Horvath shot, and Scotland maybe just getting away with that one.
Yeah, I had a wee bit of a go at Horvath earlier for the strike, but you just see there, his head up, the movement in that ball. The defence were disappointed they didn't react quick enough to pick up the second ball, but two good saves from Slicker.
Well, he pushed it away, the Scotland number one, and again, but that was agonising. He didn't know whether that was going in or not. It's a corner. And it'll be another corner. Scotland need to make sure they're concentrating here. Certainly the best chances of the match. But the Scotland number one, as he did on Friday evening, pulling off big saves at big moments. It's Horvath's delivery. Mullen, it goes more up than out. The keeper makes a great save again from Kata rather, and it's over the bar. Well, Scotland nearly there, causing their own problems.
That was very brave there from Slicker. The way he comes out and spread himself, he knows he's probably going to get a sore one, but I think Scott Gemmell will be concerned. That's another set piece that Scotland are looking frail from, and it's certainly something you will get punished. The delivery was brilliant from Horvath.
Well, Mihaly Kata there going in and putting the goalkeeper under pressure, but he stood up to it so well. But the Hungarians growing in confidence all the time here. Mihaly Kata back in possession. You can tell he's played at a higher level.
You know, a couple of times earlier on in the game he's moving with the ball very easily and obviously find a good position and doing well to have an effort save from Slicker.
Shamble with the diagonal ball that runs out. Another of the Honved players in this Hungary squad. Buildup for Scotland. Picked up by Vitalis. Now Urdu.
Just looking a little bit rattled here. We just need to get back together, get in our shape, force them to make the errors with the diagonals they've been putting out the park. We don't need to go chasing.
Barat, Shabo. Urdu is going to get down this right hand side. The cross is far too deep though. Andreas Urdu, another Honved player. He scored in the opening game against Kazakhstan.
Urdu's got to do better there. I think he's taking a great first touch, taking it away from young Fraser, and should do better after that. It's two very good saves. I think he should make the two of them, but he's done well. Just feel there maybe should be a wee bit of a quicker reaction from Mullen.
Well, that angle there showing that Mullen did get the touch. That's why it was a corner kick. Maybe just did enough. Lovely play by Ben Selitner and Kata as well. He draws the foul from Barron, who will get a yellow card.
Don't think there was a need to do that there. He was running into King, but it's early to be getting a yellow card in the middle of the park.
Not clear as anything there. The shirt tug, just as Mihaly Kata was looking to race away through the heart of the park. Still 0-0 over half an hour played, and what's your overall assessment so far, Stephen?
I think they haven't cut us open too often, but there's been a couple of scares. I think the set pieces will be worrying, and then that one from long distance, but that was obviously a bit of quality as well from Horvath. But look, nothing to panic about. Just make sure at this stage, I'm hoping we get in at half time now.
Horvath, Kata.
I feel Horvath is starting to grow in confidence. I think we need to start trying to get a wee bit more pressure on him. Don't let him play at his own tempo.
Horvath and Kata were involved with the A squad as they qualified. Now back doing their duties with the Under-21s. Jakubishvili. Christian Horvath, who is back playing in his homeland on loan from Torino. So it shows the pedigree he has to play in Serie A, but there's certainly Scotland players, i.e. Josh Doig, who is out there in terms of 21s just now, although promoted to the A squad for the last double header. So he's missing from this one. Ben Selitner gets the break of the ball. Kata. Horvath here, up against Fraser, who does enough, and Scotland can potentially get up the field now. Cameron, Fraser, back to King. Here's Bowett. Slicker involved now, decides to go long. Bowie trying to take that out of the air there. Well, from what you witnessed at Fir Park a month ago, how are you comparing it to this game, and maybe how the Hungarians have approached this one differently this time?
To be honest, I think it's kind of roles reversed, other than they've not scored and we've been a bit more organised than them. I think they struggled to pick up Doak and Bowie in the pockets in the first half, and probably similar to us with Horvath. But look, now I'll take it away from home. We want to get in at half time, and we don't need to be winning anything early on. We're still more than in this game, and I don't think they've been that creative versus ourselves. Every time in the home game it looked like we were going to score when we went forward.
Peter Barat, the captain. Now Christian Horvath. Here's Alex Szabo. Milan Vitalic. He had that double chance. Andreas Urdu getting forward. Falls here to Zalan Vanshka. Now Ben Selitner. Vashna again. Scotland are going to have to concentrate here as Doak just about got it to Cameron there.
This is the positive when they have that pressure. It does leave lots of space for Doak and Bowie on the counter, and I certainly wouldn't want to be a defender facing up against one of them with space in behind.
Barat to Jakubishvili. Szabo. Horvath. Long for Vashna to chase. Slicker out there to collect and take the pressure off the defence. What will he be thinking just now?
Don't panic. We're back at where there was a wee spell that looked like they were maybe they were getting their tails up. Just don't panic. Stay in our shape, stay organised, try a wee bit more quality. Look, I think it's going to be a difficult evening if that's the quality the strikers are going to get, but try to get a wee bit more quality into the strikers' feet and then play from there. There's no doubt this team has quality, so we will not be panicking.
Under 10 minutes to go until the break, although they'll be adding on time, remember. With Mark Shinger having to go off injured in the opening minute. Slicker, Cam there. It's left-footed this time forward as Scotland get the free kick.
Done well to win the free kick there. Just get his body in the way.
Nudge by Alex Szabo on Robbie Fraser, the young Rangers defender, who arrived along with Cole McKinnon at the weekend, and it's Fraser right in tonight with Anderson injured. But Scotland did adapt well early on with that change on Friday against Belgium. Cameron doing well.
That was a great take from Cameron.
Now Fraser, the ball comes into the box.
It could be a handball.
Well, it's Jakubishvili there, who didn't look comfortable as the ball bounced up. Scotland have to be content with the throw.
Take a positive there, as he wasn't under any pressure and he looked uncomfortable, so hopefully if we can get somebody around the ball.
Fraser to Bowie. Scotland just concede possession too easily there. And it's the Hungarian hosts who, through their captain, will try to start another move forward. Jakubishvili, a bit more comfortable there as he finds Mark Kuznovski. Now Christian Heggie, the goalkeeper, has not had much to do this evening. I think that's fair to say.
In the last game at Fir Park, I didn't think he looked overly convincing either, so I'd like to try to test him early on. Obviously that's not materialised.
There's Vitalish into Horvath. Will he go for goal again? Might go on his left foot this time. Kuznovski, Ben Selitner. The ball comes in and there's a chance on here, and a good chance. Slicker makes the save. There's appeals for a penalty. It was Milan Vitalish again, and again he's been stopped by the Scotland goalkeeper. The danger not over.
It's another good save by Slicker, but my first reaction was I think that could be a penalty. I think Bowitt might have got a wee bit too tight, but I'll take it. There's no VAR, is there?
No VAR, as Bowie takes the pressure off Scotland for the time being, but Hungary will be back. Well, again, the goalkeeper off his line. We'll get a better look in a minute, but whether Vitalish was impeded or not, he still got the shot away and the goalkeeper had to save it.
Yeah.
Well, Ivan Bowitt going in for the cuddle.
I've heard the touch tight, but that was maybe taking it to a new level. Look, he's aggressive in the box. I just think it's very dangerous, especially when VAR comes into play. Obviously those things are given as penalties without doubt, but we got away with it. Just need to make sure we learn from that. Again, Slicker though doing his job.
Oh, Jakubishvili again, looking a bit uncomfortable, but he got away with that, just as the Scots did a moment ago. But Milan Vitalish, after having his two shots saved by Slicker earlier, had another one saved there, this time from close range.
That just all seemed a wee bit too easy for Hungary there to get. They went from the right over to the left, cross in, and then to be getting the ball into your feet and taking touches in the box is criminal at any level, especially this level.
Heggie long, Ben Selitner wins the flick on. Vitalish through to Horvath. Another good chance here as Ben Selitner looks to get in. He goes down, and the referee, well, he's gone over there. Zoltan Gira not happy as Ben Selitner went down in the box. He's having a word with the Hungarian player. Did he just go down far too easily here?
Oh, he did. Again, he's got to get booked. That's the second time.
It's so annoying when you see it like that, when it's so blatant. The referee did go over and speak to him, but again, you know, there's no card there.
He needs to, the fact that the ref's seen it, he's got to book him, because the ref gone up to him. I actually thought, oh, is he giving a penalty here? But good on him to spot it, because it's difficult. I didn't spot it as a dive from here.
Bit of afters there between Ben Doak and Peter Barat, who's making sure the linesman, or the assistant rather, was aware of that. It's just a bit of afters as he blocked off Ben Doak.
We've just went a wee bit ragged there. We need to get back in, half time, settle down. Well played.
Barron. Now Nielsen. Here's Devine, who set up Scotland's first on Friday evening. This is his left-footed cross for Mullen after the short corner. Here's Mullen back to Slicker.
In the lead up to that dive, Scotland jumped with every pass Hungary made, and when you miss it, when you miss the first one, the second one, it is important. You can't always keep jumping, because they cut you open, and if they just moved the ball a wee bit better, there was a one-on-one in the middle of the box. Thankfully Bowitt done well to get back in. Sorry about that look.
Jakubishvili now. Kuznovski.
The diving from Benson Lettner's nearly as frustrating as that horn that keeps going off.
Jakubishvili under pressure from Doak, was Barat there, but Ben Seletner wins a throw. Zoltan Gira, a man with plenty of experience at international level, 97 caps for the Hungary A squad, 26 goals as well. Good play by Vitalic, getting to the byline now. Horvath at the edge of the box. It's Vansha, another good save by Slicker. And Scotland get it clear.
Slicker is certainly getting kept on his toes tonight. It's the most I've seen him work in all the games. Lovely cutback. And Horvath, I did think that Horvath was coming into the game more and more than on, and just the composure, just to set it back there for a first time strike.
Now Doak, can Scotland go on the attack and really hit them against the run of play? It's Doak racing through. Ben Doak for Scotland! Well, straight at Hege in the end, rather easily for the goalkeeper. But it just shows the threat he can pose.
Yeah, no, I spoke about that earlier. I think how quick he latches on to that loose pass and he's away, and you're not catching him. I think he's maybe hit it a wee bit earlier, get a cross goal, but look, he made the keeper work. It's been a frustrating half, but that's a real positive, and gives Scott Gemmell something to talk about at half time, is what we can do on the counter.
Kata. Ben Seletner. Horvath. Good play by Cameron to win it back there. Now Doak opts to go inside. Well, Cameron was running down the right there. If he was able to get him, he's wanting a free kick, but the referee says no. Nielsen.
I thought it could have been. I thought he maybe ran into a wee bit of trouble, but he got his body across, and I'm thinking that's a free kick for us.
1 minute of added on time then at the end of this first half. Still goalless here in Budapest as Doak protects possession. Kata just sliding in, so it'll be a free kick to Scotland. And it looks like it's more Doak getting the lecture rather than the man that made the foul.
He needs to be careful he doesn't get involved. That's now twice he's getting involved in afters. And look, the reality is the calibre is how good he was against them last time. Teams are going to mark him, and teams are going to leave a wee bit on him because they need to try and get him off his game, and it's important at such a young age that he tries to stay away from it.
That's the referee saying twice there. You've had some conversations after decisions have been made. So last chance of the first half here. Can Scotland get ahead with the set piece opportunity? Barron to flight it into the edge of the box. Mullen goes up, comes to the edge of the box there for King, but the foul has been given. It was Mullen going in the back of Shabo there.
Got a sole on there, Kata. Headbutt to the head.
Well, the half-time whistle sounds in Budapest. Goalless here after the opening 45. Well, certainly Kieran Slicker has been involved in the play for Scotland, a key player, the goalkeeper, having to pull off 3 or 4 great saves in that first half. But Ben Doak showing how dangerous he can be at testing Hege late in the opening 45. But it is goalless here in Budapest, 0-0. Slicker, who is playing for the 12th time for the Under-21s. His second cap was against Belgium in November 2021. And that was that 2-0 defeat at Tannadice. As Doak looks to break free for Scotland. First real chance to get into the danger zone. Doak goes down. The referee has given a corner kick. Doak seems to have been caught there by the goalkeeper, Van der Voort.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that one again. I mean, he is absolutely lightning quick, Ben Doak. It's unbelievable the amount of ground he makes up, and as I was going to say earlier, it's a massive thing to know there's a player of Ben Doak up the top end of the pitch who can cause problems, which is exactly what he does there.
No chance here for Scotland from the corner kick. Cameron goes short to Doak. First real opportunity for Scotland to test the Belgium defence. Devine's ball in, Mullen with the header, and there it is. Scotland are ahead. Their first attack of the match, and it's Mullen with the header, the Leeds United man, and Scotland are ahead.
Unbelievable ball in from Adam Devine. It's a really, really well worked corner. He actually takes a poor touch. He means to shift it onto his right and put an in-swinger by getting his boot round it. He takes a poor touch, but he shows just how capable he is with both feet. It actually bobbles up there, as you can see, and hits his shin. And then a lovely chip ball into the centre of the box. And it's a beautiful run, you have to say, from Mullen in between the two defenders, and he makes no mistake whatsoever. Our eyes lit up, look, as the ball made its way into the box, because you could see that run he was making. And my goodness, that's a great header.
Well, fantastic stuff for Scotland.
It was lacing last time.
Engels to deliver then, this time in at the near post, and Slicker somehow manages to keep that one out. It looked like it was going to sneak in, but what a save from the Scotland number one.
Yeah, it's an excellent save. And what did I say moments ago? That run across the front post, Siki's not picked up, and it just deflects off. It might be even Mullen. I think it maybe hits or Lacing on the way through. And Slicker reacts so well, pushes it away from danger.
Lyle Cameron goes short down the line to Doak. He loves the chance to take on his man. He goes down. And it's going to be a yellow card here for simulation. Now this will be interesting.
How Lacing wasn't booked for exactly the same thing not so long ago baffles me. See, I think that's a difficult one. Me personally, I think when you're running at that speed, I don't think it's a penalty, but I also don't think it's a booking. You give the goal kick and you move on.
A chance now for Scotland. Doak into Cameron with the shot, and it's 2. Scotland have done it again. They've taken advantage of slack play, and there is Lyle Cameron on his 4th appearance for the Under-21s. He has doubled Scotland's lead on the half-hour mark.
Well, the disguised pass from Doak is marvellous. And I have to say, Martin van der Voort, 96 appearances for Genk. He's won the Belgian Cup a couple of years ago. He's having an absolute shocker. You know, he played a big part in the first. And there he's there, apologising to his teammates. It's his terrible pass that gives the ball away. Comes forward, and most players would shoot there. It's a lovely, beautiful pass. Then Lyle Cameron uses his body so well to hold off Jon Spielers, and finds the back of the net with a beautiful finish. And Scotland have been clinical, look.
And that's so key at this level. And Doak, just such an intelligent player, but Cameron, as you say, using his body, but good close control.
You need to move the ball quickly from side to side, and they were doing that at times in the first half when Engels was shooting as they come forward again.
The ball across, Slicker got something on that. Danger not over, good block by Mullen. It's more up than out though. Bowick can't get anything on it. Did Engels control that with a hand? Fofana's low ball across, this time King is there. Bowie with the header out. But Scotland still under pressure as we approach the hour mark. Stroikens playing the 1-2. Olegbai getting in his way, and Slicker has the ball gratefully in his arms with a Scotland man down.
Yeah, it's a really good floated ball in when it was the two strikers who linked up, Fofana and Tassila, and it finds its way out. He's had an unbelievable amount of shots tonight, Arne Engels, and it gets blocked. It's good defending in the end. They're throwing themselves in front of things, the Scotland defenders, but it's slightly uncomfortable, isn't it?
And now Arne Engels. Well, he's had a couple of efforts from distance in the first half. It goes wide to Siki. The cross comes in. It's off the crossbar. Danger not over. Engels with the shot blocked, and Cameron able to get it away for Scotland. Well,
Siki, who's done that all game. And my goodness, he gets up well. Sela. And the crossbar comes to be hastened to be too critical in Scotland. I think they've also defended very well.
Arne Engels to deliver this one. Again, Scotland, it's Ibn Bowett this time, forcing the Belgians wide. Hugo Siki, the ball comes in, it could fall for Vermaat. Mbangula, oh, it's hit the bar again. Well, another chance for Belgium right on full time here. We're almost at the end of the game, but they nearly got something out of this one.
That's a lovely angle of seeing it. He's just trying to wrap the foot round it, bend it into the far post, and Slicker, to be fair to him, just gives up. He just watches it and it clips the outside of the post high up.
Full time and a fantastic win for Scotland in Belgium. They win this one by 2-0. Mullen with the opening goal on 12 minutes. A big win for Scott Gemmell's team. It was Lyle Cameron with the second on the half-hour mark, but an absolute landmark win here in this group for Scotland. They've been able to go away to Belgium and get the victory that puts them in a great position now to really kick on in this group. Well, that was Scotland's win on Friday evening in Belgium. A very important one it was, and they've got a chance to try and make it 2 wins from 2 in this double header. But in the first half, they've had to thank their goalkeeper for making saves as well. But early on for Scotland, they did have a couple of sights at goal here, Stephen.
Yeah, no, I think we started quite brightly. I think a great ball from Conor Barron. Ben Doak receiving it really well and getting to the byline. Maybe could have tried to pick someone out a bit better, but a really good start. And it was kind of the start, first 10-15 minutes, we didn't dominate, but we had most of the ball, we were in control, when we were out of possession we were in a good shape.
Oh, Cameron looking to add to his goal that he scored the winner, remember, on Friday. And this time it was Ben Doak again. He's always involved for Scotland when things are positive, but it was Conor Barron this time around going from distance but just not testing the goalkeeper.
Yeah, no, obviously Ben Doak wriggling away from 3 or 4 challenges. Bowie getting the ball, coming back inside, and in the previous game we'd seen him being really positive, but there he just picks the right pass, coming square to Barron, and maybe should have worked the target from there.
Yeah, but thereafter it was Kieran Slicker who was the main man for Scotland, given that he was tested here by Horvath and then twice by Vitalis.
Look, I think Horvath turning 30-35 yards for goal isn't really a big issue. Hitting the ball, obviously Slicker saved it well, but it was more the reaction with slightly disappointment from the Scottish sense. I think Mullen needs to be a bit quicker to collect the second, and then we got away with the third attempt.
Yeah, Horvath, who has been capped at a squad level for Hungary, and just there Mullen doing enough. That was such an important touch there, because Vitalis thought that was going to sneak in, but from the resultant corner again Slicker had to make sure he was off his line quickly when Kata, another full international, tested him that time.
Yeah, look, Kata found himself inside the 6-yard box with a good chance, but it was a really good ball in from Horvath. I think what's slightly disappointing from Scotland is that's another set piece that we've looked fragile. It's happened against Spain and again against Hungary in the last game, so maybe a Achilles heel for the team. I think first contacts is massive in the box, and we need to try and get on more of them. But again, Slicker doing what he done against Belgium, making a very good save when he was called upon.
Yeah, and Horvath always involved, and this time Ben Saletner putting the ball into the box. But again, should that have been a penalty? Vitalis again being stopped by the goalkeeper Slicker, but maybe just about too much contact there, or did he go down too easily?
I think there possibly Bout's a bit too tight. He's a wee bit too like a rash. Just moving on here to Doak on the counter, which was the positive to end the half. I think we hadn't created much for about 25-30 minutes, but it lets Hungary remember that we are a threat on the counter, and it maybe just plays in the back of their mind, and Doak's got real quality.
Well, you could see Ben Doak that give him a sight of goal, and he is going to test the goalkeeper. But it is 0-0 at half-time, and the Scots still very much in this one. Can they get a win in this second half? Can they get goals to get the win? We will find out. Stay tuned and join us soon for live action from Budapest in the second half. Welcome back. 0-0 at half-time as we await the start of this second half, and Hungary have made a change. It's Zalan Vashna who has gone off. Zoltan Gira's decided to make that change, and he's put on Jomber Gruber, who started in the last game, but he was benched tonight, but he's on for the second half, the man who plays for the Puskás Academy.
It's interesting to see if he was injured, because obviously they were playing really well. I don't think they really needed to change much. I was actually more interested to see if Scotland were going to maybe make a change, trying to change the impetus, but we've obviously stayed the same.
Ibn Bowett goes long. Picked up by Urdu. Now Jabo. Back to the goalkeeper, Heggie, who has played 6 times for Stevenage this season, 2 clean sheets. He's played in every qualifier so far. Hungary have played 5 games. This is their 6th. Scotland have played 4 so far. This is their 5th.
I touched on it in the first half. We need to make sure we're trying to put a bit more quality into the front 3. There's no doubt that we've got quality if we can get it into them with the right sort of service, whether it's in behind the Hungarian defence or into their feet with some quality. But kind of just lumping it forward, the centre backs are going to eat that up.
Horvath. Now Urdu. And from Honvid. Back to the first half sub Jakubishvili. Here's Peter Barat, the captain.
The captain's very comfortable on the ball. He played centre mid, I think, in the first game, and just showing how versatile he is now, playing left of a 3.
Yeah, he played in the centre of a 3 in the last game against Spain, but maybe with that early injury to Mark Schinger, who's usually out there, then he's had to go out there. But again, showing his versatility, here he is again. Jakubishvili dinks it forward. Urdu giving chase. Slicker doing really well, just staying in his box as well.
You know, he was slick across the box there.
Well, he certainly gets off his line well, and he'll be looking to progress potentially to the full national team at some point. But former Manchester City man, now at Ipswich, but there is competition for places there. The likes of Hladky, that used to play with St Mirren, is down there at Ipswich, the goalkeeper. So he has competition.
I think goalkeepers are a kind of different circumstance. The games, it's important to be getting games, but you're maybe not as crucial to be getting week in, week out football at a young age. I think it's important to learn, apply your trade, work hard, learn from the experience around you. Not everyone can be like a Craig Gordon, moving for millions at 19, or I think it was around about that age, but just needs to be patient. He certainly looks like he's got all the attributes to go far.
Bow it forward, Bowie trying to get away from Jakubishvili.
I think their Jakubishvili maybe got slightly too tight. Bowie was trying to spin him and just kind of dragged him down.
Offside flag up there. Well, Horvath is a man who has had a sight of goal this evening. He was offside there, but has caused problems. But he is a full international, so you would expect that. And here he is back in possession. What can he do this time around? Plays it out on that far side. The cross coming in there from Mark Koznovsky. Poor one though.
That's a disappointing cross there from the Hungarians. Got to try and get it. The traditional thing is the closer you are to the byline, the bigger angle you need to cut it back, and to put it over the bar from there is pretty disappointing. But to look at the positive from a Scotland perspective, we get the ball back.
Well, the Hungarians have had 8 attempts on goal, Scotland with just the 3, but it's still 0-0. It's still very much there for Scotland this evening. It is so difficult to try and qualify for this tournament. The teams who finish top of the group will all qualify automatically, along with the 3 best runners-up. Then it's the playoffs for the other teams finishing in second place.
I think with it only being the 3 best runners-up, it just adds a wee bit more pressure on to trying to get the 3 points when you feel you can. Obviously, you want to try and get second first, but I think it's you obviously want to get first, but you want to secure second, but you want to try and culminate a few more wins when you maybe would be happy getting a draw to consolidate it.
Bowie down this left-hand side then. Can Scotland get a sight of goal? It's Barron. Cameron just couldn't retrace his steps and adjust his footing there when he was in the box. And they've got a man over here. It's Vitalic. Now Hungary looking to spring an attack. Horvath looking for the spectacular effort. And maybe sometimes that's what you get when you try to be smart like that.
He certainly isn't shy of confidence, is he? But just there in that previous attack, it was good work, and I liked what Barron tried. Just him and Cameron were on a slightly different wavelength, but good idea, try a wee combination around the edge of the box.
Barron going up. King to Fraser. Just his second cap for Scotland. He made his debut back in November last year against Iceland as a substitute. So first start tonight.
Kata protects the ball very well, doesn't he? You can see he's got a good calibre.
Now Urdu. Horvath. Cameron can steal. And Barron to Bowie. He's got Doak in front of him. And he'll give chase. But he's all on his own. Up against Jakubishvili, who sticks to the task well. Didn't allow Doak to get down that byline.
Always really positive with his touch. And it was good play there from Bowie just to kind of hold the ball until Doak managed to get ahead of him. Slip him in, but trying to create, it's important that attacking players do it. Sometimes you get the easy option. It's just too easy to take the easy option more often than not.
Oh, Scotland couldn't use that throw into any particular benefit. Bowitt wins the header. And Bowie looking to get control. Slight nudge there. The ball rolled out, said the referee, Mr. Shimashuk from Bulgaria. Kim Bowie got 2 goals, 2 early goals against Hungary last month at Fir Park. He'll be happy to bide his time this time and try and take a chance if he gets it.
I could see Scott Gemmold looking to make some changes maybe in 5-10 minutes. Maybe just to freshen them up. It would have been a lot put into the game against Belgium to get such a good result. Maybe just a couple of percent off it.
Cameron to King. Back to Nielsen. Mullen. Had to get the ball out of his feet there. Devine. Barron. On to Cameron.
Great
Scotland building here. With Doak now in possession. Looks to take on Barat. And Doak back in possession again. Opts to go back to Mullen. Good bit of possession here for Scotland. Nielsen now. Ibn Bowitt. Fraser. Well, he keeps possession. Lewis Nielsen back involved. Opts to go long. Chested down by Cameron. Looks to turn and play it down the line to Bowie. Sliding in is Alex Szabo and does well, the Hungarian defender. Andreas Urdu to knock it up the line. Bowitt goes down. Scotland get the free kick.
It's a bit better play there from Scotland, being patient, moving it side to side. Going down to Doak, out to the other side to Bowie. And obviously Zabo done well down the outside, but
here's Adam Devine. Well, the Belgium game was his first cap since March when he played against Wales. Wasn't involved in the early games in this group, but came in and did well as Fraser giving chase. Just unlucky there not to keep that one in play. 10 minutes into this second half, still 0-0. Scott Gemmell, well, he's seen his side win over in Belgium, and with a performance that showed a lot of maturity. Yes, they had to ride their luck at times and defend well, but they managed to take their chances when they got them. That'll be something they'll be hoping Scotland can do again this evening. As Mullen, Barron just couldn't get enough on that to get it to Doak. And now Horvath could cause Scotland some danger as Devine was claiming for offside. No flag. Horvath going to the byline. Mullen having to go to ground to make the challenge. The cross comes back in though, and away it goes from Gruber. So it's Robbie Fraser to just blast it forward and give Scotland some respite just now.
Mullen done well there, defending the outside there. I think Devine helping out his teammate. Get caught up a wee bit. Good feet from Horvath, but Mullen done well to cover.
Jakubishvili to Shabo. Jakubishvili again. Well, Zoltan Gira made that change at half-time and brought on Jean-Gilbert Gruber. And he'll be looking for them to take the chances, or certainly create more in this second half, but maybe take the chances this time. Kieran Slickers had to pull off 4 good saves in that first half. Ibn Bowett doing well, knocking it away. Playing his football over in Austria just now on loan from Fulham. Here he is back in possession.
We just need to try and get hold of the ball again, I think. A wee bit frantic at times, and we play good stuff whenever we go on the ball. All our defenders are comfortable on the ball, and we need to make sure that we utilise that.
Slicker to Bowett. Forward looking for King. Kata goes up. Fraser comes in. Bowie looking to get the ball under control. Vitalic going to engage. It's a throw to Scotland.
Just as I say, our defenders are comfortable on the ball. Slicker gives Bowett a very tough one to deal with, and he done well.
Nodded on by Bowie, just nobody in front of him though. When you look at the options Scotland have, what do you think Scott Gemmell will be thinking in terms of team selection?
Look, obviously Alex Lowry has been in good form for Hearts, but do you maybe put him out wide as he is effective out there, and maybe put Doak through the middle? But I certainly think he'll be looking to change it. I just feel the second half starting to go into the similar mould as the first. We started a wee bit brighter, but they've started to maybe get a foothold in the game and looking dangerous again on the attack.
Well, Nielsen doing well just to put off Gruber because he was causing problems.
He done well there just to put his body across and snuff out the danger.
Jakubishvili now. Alex Shabo. Back to Christian Heggie, the goalkeeper.
In the previous game, Gemmell put on Mellon. Looked like he was a big presence. Maybe looked to be a bit more direct and put him in. Again, there's options there, which is the positive. And with all the injuries the 21s have, is they still have a depth that they have of quality to come on.
Mark Krasnowski's ball down the line. Couldn't find Milan Vitalic. Well, this is Horvath when he went to the byline. Again, Mullen doing well enough, but this one here where Nielsen just had to make sure he got 2 bites at it and did well. Slicker to Bowett. As we approach the hour mark, still goalless in Budapest. King to Barron. Jeremiah Mullen, Leeds United. Now Lewis Nielsen. Mullen back to Slicker. He opts to go long this time. It's Fraser that has to give chase. Could Bowie get in there with that back pass from Urdu? It wasn't the best. King. Fraser is not going to be able to keep that one in.
Just I was saying there before Slicker played it long, we're comfortable on the ball at the back. We need to just keep moving it, try and entice Hungary out, because then it opens up the spaces for the likes of Doak or Bowie on the kind of the ball in behind. The channel ball opens up.
A push in the back there by Mullen on Horvath. So free kick to Hungary.
Yeah, I think the referee got that one right.
He's not going to get away with that one, is he? 2 hands on the back. Vitalish forward, Horvath giving chase, and again Slicker showing how quickly he can get off his line to avert the danger.
That's a dangerous ball. That was well defended there by Slicker.
Mullen, Doak, just couldn't quite get a handle on that one. Jakubishvili for Hungary, Alex Szabo, the Honved man. Doak, here's Barron, Nielsen. Scotland can certainly pose a threat, they just need to do it more often in this game. Barron, well, goes up in the air, allows Barat to win that one, but there's Mullen. Now blasted forward for Horvath to give chase. Nielsen has to get it right. Slicker comes out, and he must have made the shout to get Nielsen to leave that one.
Yeah, he dealt with that one in the end, but maybe one of the few mistakes I've seen Slicker make. I think he didn't need to be there. Nielsen was in a good position, probably play it back to him if he's on his line, but he still dealt with it. That's the main thing.
Horvath, Kata, the two men with full caps linking up. Jakubishvili out to Barat. Jakubishvili back in possession. Goes for that long diagonal. Picking up Urdu. You could hear the screams. And it'll be a yellow card for Robbie Fraser.
So it was a good switch out. And then obviously Robbie Fraser, no real damage, but yellow card's probably fair. Certainly a loud enough scream.
Well, he certainly catches him, there's no doubt about that. And the referee, Viktor Shimashik from Bulgaria, out with the yellow card, the second Scotland player to be booked. Conor Barron also booked in that first half. So a set piece opportunity then for the Hungarians.
So important in these situations, you drop as a line. It doesn't matter if you drop late or early, as long as you're together. The teams, there's no gaps in that line.
Horvath with the delivery. King heads it up into the air. Barron has to help out. Danger not over yet for Scotland. Bowett. Barron again knocking it on. And Hungary collect inside their own half. Urdu out to Borat. Down looking for Gruber. Good turn. Playing forward looking for Vitalish.
Well snuffed out by Barron again.
Forward by Devine. Picked up by Cameron. Might just get the break of the ball here. Was he held back? Referee says no. Urdu now. Vitalish. Urdu back in possession. Here's Mahali Kata. Now Christian Horvath. Hungary happy to just build and build patiently. Scotland looking to stay strong in their shape. Urdu looking to get to the byline. Bowett sticks to his task well and feels that he should have got the decision there.
Yeah, he's covered well across in that left channel. Good tackle. I think he's claiming that it came off the Hungarian, but I'm not too sure if it did. Again, he's not been the best display, but 0-0 away from home, you've always got a chance in the counter, but it's so important at set pieces. You're marked, you've got your responsibility before the game. You know who it is you're marking if you're in the zone and you're doing your job.
Horvath with the corner kick. Snuffed out there by Cameron. Scotland get the throw in. Well, substitution for Scotland, and it is Leon King that is coming off and Terry Mabudi coming on, so the change being made by Scott Gemmell after 66 minutes. Your thoughts on that, Stephen?
Yeah, no, it's a positive change. I think we obviously, the game's not coming away from it, still 0-0, but we needed to try and change something to really go and try and get the 3 points here. So it's good that manager's made a positive change. I'm interested to see what he does to shuffle the team. Maybe Cameron back into centre mid.
Mabudi's sixth cap for the Under-21s, playing his football out in Belgium just now. So he is on. It'll be interesting to see how Scotland approach this one now. They've got so far at 0-0.
Now got Mbudi off the left, Doak off the right, and then Bowie through the middle. And they've just moved Cameron back to centre mid. Hopefully it'll have the desired effect and a wee bit more, I don't know, maybe a bit more penetration in the wide areas.
Well, here's Urdu with a crossing opportunity. Devine having to get that one away. Kuznovsky now back to Kata.
He tucked him well, Devine. That was a dangerous ball right across the 18-yard box.
Jabo. Kuznovsky. Yakubishvili looking for Ben Seletner over his head. Zoltan Gira, what will he be thinking at this stage?
I think just keep being patient for Hungary. I think they'll feel they're in a good space in the game and just try and maybe work the keeper a bit more in the second half. Slicker's not been too busy. He certainly was very busy in the first half, but not too much in this half. And Scotland are obviously a wee bit happier with that defensive side of it, but Gira will obviously be looking to try and get his strikers after putting on Gruber to try and work the keeper more.
Ben Doak, just a sign of frustration there. It's Kata. Switches the play out to this near side. Urdu. Yakubishvili. Kuznovsky. Yakubishvili again.
You can see the Hungarians are growing, and the more this game goes on, you see there number 4. Zabo stepping through an underlap from the centre back. It shows you kind of how dominant they are at this stage.
Scotland very much still in it, but they'll have to be aware here. As Andreas Urdu looking to get to the byline, he puts the cross in, and Slicker is there to gather.
Good hands again. I think the underlap's a good run. I think it's whenever a team is dominating, what it does is it hems the opposing team in, because you're dragging back their attackers. You see there, and Boody's wanting to get on the ball in their half. He's having to match Zabo all the way back.
Bowie just gets a break of the ball there. Hung on to it too long as he looked for the pass. Bowett though. Here's Robbie Fraser. Mabudi. Fraser again. Well, was it going for Bowie or Mabudi there? It was not the best of balls. Christian Horvath again looking to be at the heart of everything for this Hungary team. Well, let's just say Ben Doak not happy with that one as Ben Salintner gets the throw in.
He just needs to try and stay positive, stay calm. I think still 20 minutes left in this. It's 0-0. There's no need for us to be too worked up just now.
Yeah, Scotland very much in this. They've defended well. They just want to attack a bit more, but they only had 2 attempts on goal on Friday and scored both of them. They've had 3 so far in this game. 1 on target through this man Doak right at the end of the first half. That's fantastic play there. Just unlucky because it's actually good play by the Hungarians to win that one. Gruber going for goal. Blocked. Well, it was won back well there by Hungary because Doak was showing good feet.
I was just about to say, he moves the ball really well, the way he shuffles past you. It's effortless at times, but maybe just one too many there, got caught on it. But I thought it maybe was pulled back just before it. I think he was looking for a foul again.
Well, Evan Bowett's gone down. A bit of pain there. So he'll need some treatment potentially.
Looks slightly innocuous, so hope it's not a bad one.
They'll try and walk that one off as Slicker gets the bounce ball. Well, under 20 minutes to go. Hungary 0, Scotland 0. Scotland certainly competitive in this game, no doubt about that. As Barron just loses out, but he wins the free kick. Not taken in the right place by Bowie, so the ref has called that one back. Conor Barron with the captain's armband again this evening. Somebody growing in maturity all the time. He has a League Cup final to look forward to at club level with Aberdeen.
I've seen quite a lot of Conor Barron playing at first team at Aberdeen, and he's someone that's really comfortable on the ball. With his stature, he gets on, he gets his body in the way. That's a great pass from Lyle Cameron.
Now Doak, can he create something here for Scotland? Mabudi, Cameron sliding in there. Mabudi might get in before the goalkeeper. The foul is given. And it was Ben Salintner caught late. Well, we'll see in a minute if he actually was caught.
He must have got a sore one this time. He stayed down for 10 seconds. I'd be surprised if he was even kicked again, the way he's went on. I actually thought it was the goalkeeper that might have got one there as Mbudi tried to poke a toe.
I think he actually got more, although he was pushed by Mabudi, it was more from his goalkeeper, the impact. So another change then for Hungary, and it's Andreas Urdu going off. Matthias Kovac coming on. So another change there for the Hungarians.
Kovacs played the last game and I was quite impressed. He looked very sharp. He actually was one of the bright sparks, I thought, in the game. So hopefully he won't show that same ability in this last 20 minutes.
He certainly can be a threat, Kovac. As Bowitt wins the free kick.
Bowitt still looks like he's moving slightly gingerly. Which will be a concern for Scott Gemmill.
Vitalis just goes down rather easily, but Scotland can't get possession back. Good interception there by Fraser. Oh, the pocket of Cameron was picked by Kovac, and then Nielsen gives away the free kick.
It's a dangerous area, trying to overplay there on your final third.
Well, making an impact right away, Kovac, the sub. He scored against Kazakhstan and Malta, so he absolutely is a threat. And this is a dangerous situation for Scotland. Set piece opportunity for Hungary with 15 minutes to play. Slicker sorting out his wall. Gruber hits the wall. Scotland can get it clear.
Cameron's too strong, got a sore one, I think, by his reaction.
Kovac to Koznovsky. Ben Select now on that left-hand side. Into Kata. Well, Fraser does well there. Up against Horvath. Bowett to Barron. Cameron stretching there, but he does well in the end. It was Koznovsky who was rolling around, and when he realised he wasn't getting the free kick, then he jumped right back up. Shock. Devine. Barron. He can turn.
I just thought we were going to have a sore one there until he bounces back up and the ball moves on.
There's a Bowett.
Well played, Fraser.
Great play by Robbie Fraser. The cross comes in and blocked by Alex Jabo, but Scotland have their first corner kick of the evening.
I've been impressed from Fraser to come into the squad and straight into the team. He's done a very good job, and obviously what's testing to be a difficult game for Scotland.
Well, Scotland now have the chance from the corner kick. There's Mullen, who scored on Friday against the Belgians. Well, Barron will have to take that one again. The referee not happy with something there. He's having words with Mark Koznovsky.
It's a nice flighted ball in there from Barron for one of the centre-backs to go and attack. Disappointing.
Well, he goes short this time, and it's Ben Doak. Into Mabudi. Chance for Scotland. It's deflected off Jabo, and it's another corner.
I've seen similar to that against Spain. The confidence Doak has. Shimmy by one, then the vision, the experience to make the right decision and pass it. For a young man, he's a talented footballer.
Fraser to the back post. Bowett goes down, but he had already committed the foul against Peter Barat, the captain of Hungary. Scotland might just be a bit disappointed they didn't make enough of that this time around. That was the free kick that, as you mentioned, Cameron did well. I think the Hungarian match director trying to get his team a penalty there by showing replays. It didn't hit the hand. He stood up strongly.
Couldn't have been any more in the middle of the stomach. I hope he didn't eat too much, or you'd have possibly seen it.
Well, we're in the closing stages of this game now. 12 minutes to go, plus added on time. And Scotland very much still in this one to try and get all 3 points. It would be a big result if they were able to do that. Devine now. Doak just can't get away. He's pulled to the ground though by Borat, and it's going to be a free kick to Scotland.
Yeah, Doak just getting booked. I think we spoke about it earlier, not getting frustrated, and they are leaving it on him every time. Look at that. That's just every time they're leaving a wee bit on him, and I think the ref's had enough of his reactions. But
well, he asked for a yellow card, but don't think he was expecting it for him, but he got one. There's another sub being made, and it's Agustin Benny coming on for Mark Koznovsky. Benny played at the weekend, so he's coming on now. Koznovsky, the man going off. And Christian Horvath also going off. and it's Kristen Lichtich that's coming on.
We'll be pleased to see the back of him, I think. Horvath at times like to try a wee bit too much, but you can certainly see why he's been involved in the first team. He's got some real quality.
Nielsen with the nod on. Well, the latest score over in Belgium, it's Belgium 1, Spain 1, and it was Engels who scored a penalty for Belgium, and then 3 minutes later Omar Dion is the man who equalised for Spain. So that one very tight in there. That would be interesting just to see how it upsets this group in a way for Scotland, in terms of if both games ended in a draw, it would be as you were, but it would maybe be a good point for Belgium.
Yeah, I think it would be disappointing if Belgium get a point. You're looking for Spain, obviously after them beating us, you want them to try and have a clean sweep. But look, it's early stages. I think in a couple of games time we'll have a better picture of how the group's looking and how important every point will be.
Yeah, Scotland won't want to lose this one tonight. It could be a big point on the road, and it might be a case if Scotland are to qualify, they might need a team like Hungary to take points off a Spain or a Belgium. They failed to do so when they had the chance in the last month or so, but still games to come in 2024.
You can see how the Hungarians are playing. There are no mugs, and I think we just must have caught them cold in the first 30 minutes because we were extremely dominant in that first half at Fir Park. But they've been a far better side, far different side, and look, you are hoping that they can maybe do a job for you against your Spains and your Belgiums.
Vitalis, here he is again, Alex Chabot. It's Kovac getting to the byline, the cross in caused a bit of problems. Ben Seletner now. It's Listich, first real involvement for the sub. Devine goes down, Scotland get the free kick with 8 minutes to go, still 0-0.
I like the intent there from Devine at the back post. He knew he had time to take a touch, just maybe a wee bit slack with it, but he reacted well, got out and managed to win Scotland a free kick.
Adam Devine, just the one appearance for Rangers this season in the first team. He came on as sub against Morton in the League Cup back in August. It was a 2-1 win at Ibrox. Played last season when Yilmaz and Barisic were injured, but played at left back rather than on his stronger right side, but again showing his versatility. Was there a foul there? Yes, and it's going to be a booking for Lewis Nielsen. Just pulled back the Hungarian attacker, and it's another booking for Scotland.
Just a wee bit rash, a bit too tight.
It was Gruber there.
Gruber done well to roll him, but look, sensible decision to bring him down. He was running into a lot of grass and he didn't spell a bit of danger for us. Now we can regroup.
Vitalis about to take this one. Scott will have to stay strong. Kieran Slicker certainly did that in the first half. Not been tested too often in the second half though, as Vitalis flights it in. The goalkeeper comes a long way and takes the ball very comfortably. That's what you want from your goalkeeper as he tries to get the play up and running early. Ben Doak, again, there's always two or three round about him as he goes down there holding his ankle. It was Chabot with the challenge.
Is there a bit? Oh, he left a wee bit on him again. That's a nasty one. Look, it's a compliment. I don't think when he's lying on the floor with a cut Achilles he's going to be particularly pleased, but it shows you how much that these players respect him and fear him. That every time he's getting the ball, they're leaving something on him, whether it's a kick, a fist. It's just hope he gets up from it. Great from Slicker again though, coming out, commanding what you want for him. If you're a centre back in that team, he comes out, and then to top it off with good distribution, waiting for the right time.
Yeah, Ben Seletner down, not for the first time this evening. He was it was when Slicker came out to collect that ball. Just went down.
I think he's got a sore groin.
Either that or it's a delicate part of the anatomy. So he'll have to wait to come on. As Scotland have the free kick, Bowett takes it infield to Barron, who goes for that diagonal ball looking for Mabudi. If he can take a good touch, which he does, there's a chance for Scotland. As Mabudi goes into the box. Penalty to Scotland.
That is a sensational first touch. The weight of that touch to go wipe the wing back out of the game and then to have the intelligence to go back across, I think is a penalty. We'll never see it again, but
well, Barat played him on side there, but what a touch as he then cuts in, and it was the captain who falls full off the referee as Mabudi wins Scotland a clear penalty kick.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clear. Barat's putting his hands out. Well, yeah, you can put your hands out now, but you put your leg out. That's why it's a penalty.
Well, Conor Barron protecting the penalty spot. Ben Doak has the ball in his arms.
This will be the best way to silence the Hungarians that have been kicking in the full game, is just slot this one away. See what makes the Mbudi touch even better is he was actually going backwards before he took, so he's a couple of steps backwards to then take that touch forward. It was a sensational touch.
Ben Doak up against Christian Hegge, the goalkeeper. The referee, Mr. Shimasik, is making sure that there's no encroachment there and no afters between the players. Kieran Bowie is the one he was having a word to. Hegge trying to psych out Ben Doak. Closing stages of this game. It's a big moment for Scotland. Can Ben Doak deliver a big moment? It's Doak! It's saved!
It's a great save from Hedgie down to his right.
Well, a big moment has come and gone for Scotland. They have to be content with the corner kick. And they did so well in terms of Mabudi's play to win that penalty. But Doak, can he redeem himself here? Ben Doak late on, crowded out. Scotland pass up a great opportunity from the penalty spot. Bowie, it goes over his head, cleared away. Fraser.
Good header there from Fraser again, just to stop any counter, just nodding it down to his teammate.
Long by Slicker, away by Kovac. Cameron. It's now Gruber. And it was Listich giving chase. Well, here it is again, Stephen. Ben Doak couldn't find the key moment for Scotland.
Yeah, look, I think he's hit it well enough, but the keeper's guessed the right way, and with the way the keepers can dive, the size of them, they get across the ground well and makes a very good save. Strong hand to get round the post.
Nielsen gets a free kick there. Just hold back, but the timing, it would have been so crucial, and you just hope that that doesn't have any impact. It's still relatively early in the group, but passing up a big chance, it would have been a massive goal and potentially a massive 3 points, but the game's not over yet.
There's still time to get a goal, but I think it would have made a very...
Mullen forward, Doak looking to get the better of the Hungarian defence. Hegge, who is the hero now, is the man who gets it forward, and the goalkeeper, who has not actually had much to do, he just showed just how important he could be. The West Ham man on loan at Stevenage this season. So Scotland passing up a huge opportunity.
It just leaves you a wee bit disappointed whenever you've been in a tough game. Hungary's been no doubt the better side, but you get a very big chance and don't manage to take it.
Well, 4 minutes to go of added on time. Scott Gemmell, what will he be thinking after that penalty miss? I think the one thing's for sure is that Ben Doak will come back again. He wants to redeem himself. He's such a key player for Scotland. Barron comes in and, well, any physical contact and it's a free kick. Now Hungary will try and see if they can get the 3 points. There could be a chance here as well for Benny, who goes down. No penalty awarded. Barron can collect. He decides to go long this time.
It's a good tackle again there from Mullen. It's a little bit too easy there from Bowie. He's obviously feeling a bit leggy.
Now Vitalis going from distance. It goes wide.
Bit theatrical there from Slicker.
I think he knew it was going wide as well. Well, this is the penalty, the potential claim anyway. Benny going down under the challenge of Mullen. That would have been soft.
I think what Scott Gemmell will be pleased about is that he brought on Mbudi, wanted a reaction, and he got that wee bit of magic from him. And he certainly looked like he has ability and gives the manager something to think about for the next trip.
Hungary through, it's Gruber going in, Mullen does enough and Cameron has to get it clear. And now Doak trying to get away, it's the captain Barat that pulls him back.
Frustrating there again, he's away, lovely touch from Doak and Barath pulls him down cynically. And if he'd got the card he'd asked for earlier, I think that could have been a second yellow.
Well, a minute and a half to go. Can Scotland get something from this one? Not long to go now. Nielsen, Ibn Bowett. Good challenge there by the Hungarian. So it was Vitalis, who probably think he should have scored at least once in that first half. Maybe he should have had a penalty himself.
I certainly think it's a far better second half from Scotland. As much as they've not created too much, they certainly haven't been as open as they were in that first half. Slicker's not had much to do.
Ben Saletna gives that one away. Mullen goes down. It's just going to be a throw in for Scotland. Well, this one petering out now. Well, the big chance of the evening coming with just 2 minutes to go. Doak missing that penalty kick. It was a great save, you have to say, by Christian Heggie, the goalkeeper. And is there one last chance for Scotland? Mabudi can't get away from Barat. The ball forward now.
If we just managed to slip in Doak there down the side, that would have been promising.
Is there a late chance for Hungary here? Could it be heartache for Scotland? Good defending by Nielsen. Vitalis looking to try and get something out of this one. Nielsen doing well enough, but he's given away possession now to Kovac. And now it's Kata. It's not over yet, but Nielsen doing enough. And the full-time whistle sounds in Budapest. Well, Scotland will look back on the 2 away games here in November and saying 2 clean sheets, certainly something that Scott Gemmell will be pleased about. but I think both teams this evening will feel that they might have got more out of this one, certainly in the first half from Hungary with the chances they had and good saves by Kieran Slicker. But then at the end, when Ben Doak had that penalty saved by that man there, Christian Hegge, the goalkeeper for Hungary, who came up with a big moment late on to get his team a point. And that is why in Budapest it's finished full time, Hungary 0, Scotland 0. Well, let's check out some of the key moments then in the second half here. And Stephen, from a Scotland point of view, I think second half certainly they were more composed and didn't give away as many chances, but got forward themselves.
Yeah, no, look, I think with that one, it was a really good positive pass from Lyle Cameron, forward pass, and then when you get Doak with backing a defender in the box, there's always danger. And just maybe unfortunate not to wriggle an opportunity in Buddy there at the edge.
Well, Gruber had the chance from the free kick and maybe claiming for a handball against Cameron or Barron there. Yeah. But it hit off Cameron into Barron, so not much you could do there. And no penalty was awarded.
Other than showing how well the Wall done their job there, I don't think there's much else to say. Again, great feat here from Doak and a lovely lay off there to Mbudi, and positive again, he came on and he had an impact, and that's what we're looking for your substitutes.
Well, Ben Doak, good feet there, and Mbudi, who certainly made an impact, there was no doubt about that, and well, we can absolutely see why in this instance.
You look at this, look, he's backpedaling, and then to take that, to adjust his weight and his body, that touch, sensational. I said it in commentary, and then it was a stonewaller. No doubt the Hungarians, as they were at it a wee bit the full game, and Barrett was at it there. It was definitely a penalty.
And the referee, Viktor Shimashuk, had no doubt that was a penalty kick, but it was positive play by Scotland. Great ball by Barron, no doubt about that, and direct after a great touch to get in and basically force that. You either take me down or I'm going to get in and have a shot. And Mbudi doing well enough to win that penalty kick for Scotland, but that is the big problem. This heartache for Scotland.
Look, after the game it was, I don't think it would have been deserved in the balance of play, but I'd have loved it if we had put that one away. That was unfortunate. Look, the character for Ben Doak to step up to hit that at such a young age and a big occasion shows you what type of character he is, and he'll be back, there's no doubt about that, and it was a good save down to the keeper's right hand side. Well,
Scotland's main player, the main man, but unfortunately couldn't come up with a big moment there. It was a great save by the goalkeeper, and he had a bit of a wait to take that penalty. But I think, as I said just before we go, Stephen, looking back at the double header, difficult away games, and for Scotland, 2 clean sheets, 4 points. When you look at the group, would you think that they would be relatively happy with that from what they got, given that Belgium and Spain drew 1-1 in the other game?
100%. I think if you'd offered that to Scott Gemmell before a ball was kicked, he'd have snapped your hand off. I think what was disappointing was obviously how well we played against Hungary last time, but they came out with a point to prove, and they looked a much better side than they did at Fir Park. And look, we'll be disappointed in the end with not scoring a penalty, but it was a good point in the end, and keeps the group wide open.
Well, Scotland are back in action in March in the Under-21s when they take on Kazakhstan at home. Make sure you join us for that one, and thanks very much for joining us here as we leave you with the full-time score, Hungary 0, Scotland 0.